breaking news for you out of the UK this morning, where there is yet another political changing of the guard taking place at 10 Downing Street. We can give you a live look at Buckingham Palace. It is a sunny day there in London. You've got outgoing Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who just met with King Charles III to tender his resignation. This is just weeks after announcing that he would step down as Prime Minister. Starmer had faced mounting pressure from within his own party. So this move now paves the way for Andy Burnham to become Britain's 7th Prime Minister in just a decade. Earlier, Starmer delivered his final address as Prime Minister, throwing his support behind Burnham.
So, as I now pass the baton to Andy Burnham, I wish him every success. He has my full support. I go with good grace, I go with a smile, and I go proud of everything that we have achieved. Thank you very much.
All right, for more on this, we're joined now by political broadcaster Andrew Neil. He's also the host of the Andrew Neil Report podcast. Andrew, good morning and welcome. Tell our American viewers what's key about Andy Burnham and the direction he's likely to lead the UK that's different from what Starmer just did.
The key is that we know as little about him as most Americans. He's a blank sheet of paper on this. He was mayor of Manchester in the north of England. You can change prime ministers and parliamentary systems in a way you can't change presidents. Presidents are directly elected, as in the United States, but a prime minister and a parliamentary system can be changed if they can no longer command a majority in the legislature. In Britain's case, the House of Commons. Keir Starmer effectively lost the support of his own party. Andy Burnham's come from nowhere. We put a man in as Prime Minister who wasn't voted in as PM, didn't even have to have a vote in his own party, knows nothing about defence, knows nothing about foreign policy. So we're all as apprehensive as anybody else as to what happens next.
And Andrew, as unusual as Burnham's path was isn't it proof of how unusual politics is in the UK now, post-Brexit? 7 prime ministers in a decade, each of them losing the confidence of not just the public, but their own party, partially because of economic constraints and sluggish growth. How then can Burnham come in and perhaps change that? Do Britons even feel like this will change?
People don't feel it's going to change. They hope it's going to change. I think he comes in with some goodwill. People were fed up with Keir Starmer as Prime Minister. He's a young guy. He's from the north. He's outside the kind of gilded elite of the south of England. So they are hoping for some change. The country really desperately needs some economic growth. It's not clear how he's going to get that. He's going to take the country more left. At least he hopes to take the country more left. He believes in big government, high taxes, public spending at record levels. We already have a big chunk of that. He's going to add more to it. Now, I don't know of any country in modern times that has managed to spend its way into growth or has got growth by high taxes. So I think people hope for the best, but in some ways they're preparing for the worst.
And what do you expect? Keir Starmer was in office for only about 2 years. How long is Burnham's runway?
That's a good question. You know, we're making Italy look like a beacon of political stability these days. I mean, you shouldn't talk about London anymore. You should talk about Rome on the Thames. You know, we now change our prime ministers more often than the Italians do. In fact, Madame Meloni's been there for 4 years. Keir Starmer was there for 2. We had one prime minister who didn't last as long as a lettuce does on a supermarket shelf. So, I mean, it's a great period of instability at the moment for one of the oldest democracies in the world. And we can laugh at it, but the fact is, someone needs to get a grip of Britain, improve its defence, make it matter in the world again, get that economy growing, become a good ally of the United States. At the moment, as things stand, none of that looks like happening. So, you know, he's got a honeymoon period that may not even see him through the fall. So get back to me in September, late September, and we'll see how it's going.
Yeah, so there you have it. Andrew Neil saying the UK's got to get back to it after Starmer was stymied. We'll see if this PM can at least outlast the vegetables. Andrew Neil, great to have you with us on this Monday. Thanks for being with us.